Come here, I'm about to show you the most beautiful edition for The Name of the Wind and the Wise Man's Fear by Patrick Rothfuss. These are the Golan's Emporium exclusive hardbacks. These unique editions, limited to 1,000 signed and numbered copies, are the perfect volumes for any big Kingkiller Chronicle fan. And as soon as I saw them, I knew I needed to have them on my shelf. Now, these are exclusive to the UK and Europe, so you might be wondering how I got my hands on them, being Canadian. I didn't do anything illegal, not this time. What? I asked you guys over on the Discord server, and a huge shout out to Connell, who came through and let me ship these over to his place in Ireland, and then he shipped them to me. You are amazing, my friend, because these are now some of my most prized possessions on my shelf, so I appreciate that so much. Now, these new editions have covers designed by the award-winning Michaela Alcano, who has designed many incredible covers, including that of Sons of Darkness by Gaurav Mohanty, which is my current read, which I'm really enjoying. We're gonna take a look at these editions individually and review them, but right off the bat, I just want to mention that I am in love with these digitally printed spines. They look amazing. We have Kvothe's lute on The Name of the Wind and his sword on The Wise Man's Fear. Now, looking at them individually, the cover for The Name of the Wind features a lute and what looks like a sympathy lamp in the top left. And then over here, we have a key, which is really interesting. And you might notice the key and some of the leaves are embossed, which is a really nice touch to the design. Then over here, we have a vial of blood. Gotta watch out for those loan sharks. There is a mysterious sack of Telu knows what. Then down here, this is my favorite detail. They have some vintage halfpennies and some Shaldish iron drabs. I love that attention to detail. That is so cool to see.
Now the things you gotta remember are the details.
Overall, a very gorgeous cover. And then over here on the spine is very distinct. I think it will look great on a shelf. I'm probably gonna face the covers out on my shelf just because they look so good. Then on the back here, we have the iconic, badass, "You may have heard of me" line. A little braggy, yes, but very iconic to the series. And then, of course, again, we have the sprayed printed edges here, and they're also on the top and bottom as well. Opening up the book, on the dust jacket flap, we have a synopsis and blurbs from Lin-Manuel Miranda, Brandon Sanderson, and Ursula K. Le Guin, a legendary trio, if I've ever seen one. Now, I'm actually just gonna take off the dust jacket here so that we can see, so we can bear witness to the gorgeous woodcut styled end paper, again by Michaela Alcano. I love the design here. We got Kvothe playing his lute. We got his troop in the background there. I just love this so much. I wonder what town his troop is by there. Maybe that's before they meet up with Abinthy. Or maybe his parents are singing the song about Lanray right there. Who knows? Then at the back, we have matching end paper in the back of the book as well. Now, with the dust jacket off, the naked book features a foil stamping. That is a really nice touch. Now, opening the book, we have Patrick Rothfuss's signature. And as you can see, my copy is number 177 of 1,000 signed copies. Now, despite being a big Kingkiller Chronicle fan, this is actually the first Patrick Rothfuss signature that I have. Now, what else? Let's see if what the map looks like here. Wait a minute, is this map different than the others? I'm gonna go check. Now, I have checked my 10th anniversary edition, I checked my first edition of the book, I checked my paperback copies of the books, and I have not seen this exact map in any of them. So I don't know if this is an exclusive map for this edition. It doesn't say so on the Golan's website. It doesn't list that as a feature. Or maybe this is just the UK map. I don't know because I've never seen the UK editions. So let me know in the comments. But if it is, that is very cool. I haven't seen the map styled quite like this before. I love how we got a tinker in the bottom right there. Now, as for the rest of the book, it's all been set in the demi format, which the book has never been set to to before. This is just a standard book format that's usually for literary hardback fiction or library edition hardbacks, and then the rest of the book is just the book that we know and love. Oh, and we also have a stylish marker ribbon, which is always handy. Now, there isn't any of the 10th anniversary content added to this one. That should be expected, but I just wanted to mention it in case any of you were curious. Moving on to The Wise Man's Fear. Now, the cover this time around is a nice copper in contrast to the gold on the Name of the Wind. Now, if you don't know, copper is a very important metal in the Kingkiller Chronicle. If you've been watching my theory videos, then you might know why. Now, featured is a bird cage and various Sipquick birds and what looks like oak leaves, which that makes sense because the tree in the Eld Forest that Kvothe uses as a lightning rod is an oak tree. Again, it's the small details I really appreciate here.
You can just feel the details.
And then we have Kvothe's sword, Caesura, which he renames to Sasura. Now, interesting detail is that the term Caesura means to break, to catch, and to fly, and that really fits with the cover. There's a cage to catch, and it is broken open, and the Sipquicks are flying out. I'm really a fan of all the small details, as you can see. Then Kvothe changes the name of his sword to Sasura, which is a word for the jarring break in a line of perfect verse. Anyways, at the bottom, we see one of the dead Sipquick birds that was given the poison in Mayor Elveron's court. I really like this cover. It doesn't seem like we're going to be getting a 10th anniversary edition for The Wise Man's Fear anytime soon, so this will have to do. This is by far the coolest edition I've seen for The Wise Man's Fear. Again, we have a very attractive spine with the sword, and the back of the book, we have another quote and synopsis. And then opening this one up, we have another synopsis on the inner flap and a blurb from the legendary Robin Hobb. Oh, also on the back flap, we just have some information about Patrick Rothfuss that was also on the Name of the Wind edition. Now let's take this off. Another really beautiful end paper, this time of the Waystone Inn. There's a very somber looking Kvothe over here, and we see Folly hung up on the back of the bar. And then over here, we actually have the Chronicler. Very nice. I was trying to see if there was a hidden bast over by the stairs, but there is not. Now, also, that's the same end paper on the back as well. Very cool. And then the Naked Book also has the foil stamping on it. It looks really great. I'm a big fan of the design. Now, opening it up, we have Patrick Rothfuss's signature again, and this is number 139. I was hoping one of these would be number 1, but what can you do? There is the map again, and then the rest of the book is, again, just the same old book that we know. Now, to buy these two books together, you're looking to shell out about 100 euros. Now, that actually isn't that expensive compared to many other special editions of books, so I didn't really feel too bad about it. It was just kind of difficult getting it shipped here to Canada, but again, huge thank you to Connell. You get another shout out, man, because I really appreciate it. So let me know what you think of these editions. It does say that they are sold out on the website, unfortunately, but it also says that they're awaiting shipment, so I don't know if all 1,000 of them have sold yet. I'll leave links in the description just in case. This is my favorite version of the Kingkiller Chronicle by far. And honestly, I don't feel too bad now that we don't have a 10th anniversary copy for The Wise Man's Fear, because this one is so beautiful. And maybe at some point we'll still get that 10th anniversary edition. I am a little bit worried though that if the final book, The Doors of Stone, eventually comes out, that we won't get matching versions by Gollancz, because I would love to one day have The Doors of Stone in this edition as well. Let me know all of your thoughts down in the comments. I'm excited to hear what you guys think, and if there's any other special editions of books that you want to see me make videos on, I would consider doing that. Anyways, I'll see you next time. Huge thank you to all of my patrons who make these videos possible.